All right, hit the thumbs up button. Some of y'all gonna hit the thumbs down button. I really don't give a shit. This is a disclaimer. If you're a Cardi B fan and you're in your feelings, you might not like this video. You might want to keep going. So Cardi B is named Billboard's Woman of the Year, and I'm like, huh? I remember she was on Time Magazine, and I get it. You know what I mean? Industry plant or not, she's likable. She's that girl next door. But let's be honest. I mean, in the hood, she one of them. You know what I mean? Call them ratchet, call her hood rat, whatever you want to call it. And they she's from the Bronx. We all know her story. She was a stripper. She was on Love and Hip Hop. Now she's like Mrs. WAP, what they're saying is one of the biggest songs of the year. And I'm like, okay, hip hop wise, I'm okay with this. But when they try to make it more than what it is, like when you got her sitting across from a president elect like Joe Biden, and then you're asking Cardi B serious questions about society issues like police brutality, and this is her comments on police brutality, and she says, people didn't go looting because Trump was president. They went looting because there's a lot of black men getting killed unjustly. A lot of Republicans think we hate the police. Personally, this is a point where I hate cops because I really had bad experiences growing up with the cops. I also met cops that are really good people and they really have good hearts. Yeah, this is what you're talking about. This is who we dealing with, man. And I'm like, look, I'm happy for the girl, but I mean, I don't under how do they judge this Woman of the Year for what? Why? What did she do? Is she a humanitarian that I don't know of? Did she try to cure world hunger? Is she giving a lot to I don't get it. I don't get it. And recently, she clapped back at the haters. I guess people like me, after being named Billboard's Woman of the Year, and she says, "I represent America." So she went on social media and backfired and says, "Morning, y'all. It's your girl Cardi B, and yes, I'm Woman of the Year. And for you crybabies, but she only got one song." She says, in quote, "Yeah, I got one song, bitch. The one that sold the most, the one that streamed the most, the one that had the Republicans crying on Fox News about it." The one that have a song about 6 times platinum in 3 months. The one that had your grandma popping her pussy on TikTok. Yeah, bitch, that one. So yeah, this is how these broads. This is how the basic bitches like this in the hood. This is how they argue with niggas. They really don't give you any substance. They just say a bunch of basic shit. And then she says, on top of that, boy, over a year, you know what I'm saying? I've been influencing, using my platform for y'all to vote. See, remember I told you the Democrats used Cardi B to try to get the black vote. She just basically said it. She said it. And I quote, on top of that, boy, for over a year, you know that I've been influencing, using my platform for y'all to vote. Yeah, look, if Cardi B was the reason you stood your ass up on November whatever and voted, hey, that's kind of, yeah. You know what I mean? Cardi B is it got you to vote. Hey, then she says, not just when Joe Biden was going against Trump. I've been informing y'all about y'all senators. I've been informing y'all about districts, midterm elections, using my own money to meet up with these candidates like Bernie Sanders, flying out, tired after shows. Yeah, that's me, bitch. Even when y'all crying, she don't represent us. And she says, yes, I do, bitch. I represent America. I wanted to change, and that's exactly what the fuck I did. And eat it up, and just like that, blah, 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 blah. This is her response. So Cardi B is basically telling you that she represents all of us. She represents black America, black women, America in general. She is the representative of America. Oh my God, yo. God bless her heart, man. But this is where we at right now. And I can't help but to think when Candace Owens and her coon ass, tweeted circles around Cardi B when she tried to step into her jungle in the politic land, and I was like, that just wasn't the one. Now, what is really intriguing about this, and I don't understand it. I remember when Plies was talking about the Lakers should have gave up the championship trophy to Breonna Taylor's mom, and look, God bless Breonna Taylor. If it wasn't for social media, we probably wouldn't know about Breonna Taylor because that situation happened like 3 months before it even broke the internet. And, God bless her family. But Breonna Taylor's mom, Tamikapalmer, will be presenting Cardi B with this award. And I'm like, I don't understand how Breonna Taylor's mom gets tied into this. Are they using it for publicity? How does she get involved in it? I don't know. Somebody answer me that. How does she? I don't get that. I don't know how does she tie into it, but she's gonna be presenting this award to Cardi B. I guess it's gonna be like some women's tribute at the Billboard Awards, and yeah, it says yeah, blah, 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 blah. She became the face of the black. Yeah, because Breonna Taylor, unfortunately, her and God bless his name, George Floyd basically became like the face of the Black Lives Matter movement over this summer. You know, and hell, even the NBA, they had her name stitched in their jerseys, and it was written on the courts and all of that stuff. So Breonna Taylor has become like the face of this movement, almost kind of like Emmett Till was the face of the civil rights movement back in the '50s. So, but I'd never known Breonna Taylor's mother to be like a civil rights activist or anything like that. Maybe she is more serious about police brutality now after her daughter was a victim of it. Emmett Till's mother was the same way. You know, her son dying really woke her up to racism because she thought she escaped it when she went to Chicago, but shit is still real. So yeah, this news is kind of lopsided to me. I don't understand it. I don't get it, but yeah, it's just kind of odd that they would give Cardi. I'm not surprised. I mean, to me, it's women who should really have a hot take on this. You know what I mean? This woman is representing women, and they feel like she's the woman of the year. Out of all the beautiful, intelligent women that we have in America, this is who they chose. It kind of reminds me of a few years ago where they chose Bruce Jenner, who's turned himself into Caitlyn Jenner, but he still has a dick, but yet they gave him Woman of the Year. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, any real woman with a uterus should have felt offended by that. Like, how you gonna give a man who got a whole sack of dick and balls the Woman of the Year award just because he wants to play makeup and pretend? But that's where we at in society right now, unfortunately. So, anybody can get Woman of the Year or Man of the Year. It doesn't. Next thing you know, they're gonna put what they gonna do? Put a trans as Man of the Year? I mean, there's no limits to this shit. There's no rules anymore. Everything is just a popularity contest, and I get it. I don't underestimate Cardi B's popularity or her influence on these young girls who want to be strippers and who glorify their bodies. And I'm like, it's okay. You got it. When you look like that and you 25, it's all good. But you better have a game plan because you're not going to look like that 20 years from now. And if all you depending on is your body, you got a long fucking road ahead of you because it ain't going to look like that forever. So just keep that in mind. Cardi don't necessarily have to, she's made enough money where she could just stop rapping right now. But these girls that she's influencing that are in these strip clubs and are on OnlyFans, do something with your money, man. There's nothing wrong with the, Ebony and Diamond hustle from Players Club. She was hustling to go to school. She had a game plan. But if you just out here shaking ass with no end game, you're going to be screwed. So let me know what y'all think, man. Cardi B is going to be Woman of the Year, but Breonna Taylor's mother is going to present the award, man.